There's no need for words, Snake. I'm saying that.
Alright. So let's head back to deck 5. It was 3.141, I think. I think that's the first 4 digits of pi. I'm pretty sure that's what we need. Alright.
I'll put the combo.
Okay. 3.1.4.1.
Access granted.
Well, hey, alright. And here we are, we're in the main computer room. This is the heart of the Lexington's main computer system. You're surrounded by banks of Turing cores, powerful processors that use light and quantum effects to... yeah, so, you know, impressive stuff. Main data cores overloaded, transfer to secondary cores failed, general system failure, status inactive, action. Manually transfer to secondary cores and reinitialize the system. Alright, so we've got a keyboard, can we use that? The main computer is well and truly locked up. There are clusters of cryptic controls and indicators. Open up the panel. Ooh, we've got a post-it. This button is for system-wide cold boot. Serious shit. Don't touch this without the CEO's permission. Well, we are the CEO because there is nobody left. Ooh. This appears to be a slot or port of some kind. So can we put something in there? This actually looks like a slot for ejecting printouts, not a place to put things. The EC2001 module doesn't look like it belongs in a printer port. Okay, so you flip the switch, a few lights blink on and off. So I think we need that one, don't we? You flip the last switch in the row of 5. This is indeed the system reset switch and causes the main computer system to cold boot. The system reinitializes automatically, switching to its secondary cores when its primary cores don't respond. The only evidence you see of what must be the furious activity is a slight change in the glow of Turing cores. When the system is finally back online, the screen in front of you fades to black. After a few seconds, Tran's familiar face fills the screen and a final log entry begins to play.
Congratulations, you got the central computer system back online. Now you must figure out a way to get the communication systems back in working order. The tachyon beam transmitter is a large parabolic dish on the outside of the hull. The control systems for that dish have been rendered inoperative. You must figure out how to get the targeting and control mechanism for the dish working again. Once the system is up, override the looping distress call by entering the following code. MELISSA, Melissa. Then ask the central computer to run the IPS program and use it to align the dish on the tachyon relay beacon sitting near the jump point in this star system. You will have to establish a relay connection through a web of jump points to reach any bases or ships. You will need to talk to the Alliance base on Erebus. They will explain the Lexington's mission and can help you finish that mission in real time. I've done everything I can. Good luck. Tran out.
Alright, so we've got the main computer back online. Go us.
Yes?
Oh wow, the computer's gone sassy now.
Are you now tied into all the nodes across the ship?
Yes, I have access to all of the ship's systems.
General inquiry.
Ask away.
Yeah, I don't care enough. I mean, I do, but there'll be time for that later. Right now, ooh, music's changed. Okay, got exciting. Alright, so we've got to fix the communications dish, which I believe is on the outside of the ship, which means we are probably going for a little spacewalk. Now, where is the shuttle bay? I think it's deck 6. I think the shuttle bay is deck 6, and from there we can go on a spacewalk to go and fix the dish, which is what most of these little modules that we've picked up along the way will come in useful for. Alright. Okay, so we've got a storage locker here. Oh, multi-tool, we'll take that, that's going to be useful. Actually, having said that, oh yeah, so you can disassemble things with the multi-tool. The thermal knife cuts through the tough plastic and soon you've reduced the scale model of the Orlando to a collection of... I thought it was the Lexington. Must have been another ship. to a collection of brittle shards. Inside the model, you find a metal key, an envelope, a small black egg-shaped transmitter, and a device you can't identify. Alright. This is an electronic device of some kind. It has two lenses set a few centimeters apart that make it look almost like a set of binoculars. Turn it on. You flip the switch on the side of the device, and the red LED on the top lights up. You also hear a very faint humming noise. Look in. Stone Daedalus, Remote Olympus, Marvel Quarry, Eye Mirror, Jewel True, Miracle Dark, Target Nautilus, Kingdom Fallen, Pale Mantis, Thistle Random, and back to Stone Daedalus. Okay, that's lovely. Let's just turn that off for now. Let's look in the envelope. You open up the envelope and find a letter inside. To UN Commander of the Dharma, James Poole. Ah, your plan was to disable and then board the Lexington. There was always a high risk to me in that plan. If a firefight broke out inside the Lexington, I might be easily killed. Oh yeah, so he's a traitor, isn't he? Son of a bitch. Alright. Oh, okay, too far. Your plan was to disable... if I do not survive the battle for that place, I assume that that's Persephone. Maybe that's what the UN calls it? Please make sure that the attached letter makes its way to my brother David. David is currently living in a foster care facility in Boulder, Colorado, inside the US. I know you can reach him. After all, you got to me with no problem at all. Wow, so turns out we had a mole. Alright. That explains how the Dharma was just waiting for us on this top secret mission. Dear David, if you're reading this, I'm dead. It's unlikely that the US Navy told you the real story behind my death. I'm sure that they sent you one of their standard, very sorry to inform you killed in action hollows. It would be easy to leave it at that, but I thought it was important for you to know the truth. The US Navy would never admit that I actually helped the United Nations win a critical battle in space, one that may well decide the outcome of the war in the favour of the UN. You're probably shocked by... well, I know I am, James. Why would I betray my country? Why would I go against the principles of the Alliance? How could I violate the solemn oath of honour and obedience that I swore when I joined the Navy? The answer is that I chose to betray my country in order to avoid betraying the entire human race. You know that Mum and Dad were killed in a lab accident when you were 3 years old and I was 12. Wrong way. What you don't know is that we were both there when it happened. I never told you about that day. It's time you knew what really transpired at the ERT lab, especially since the events there served as the catalyst that led to my eventual decision to help the UN. I was playing with you in the daycare centre about 15 metres away from where Mum and Dad were working. I remember that an alarm went off and all of the adults in the centre rushed over to one of the flat screen monitors on the wall. I went over to look at the cause of the commotion. A red light over the screen indicated that the signal was being piped across the complex from one of the internal labs. On the screen, I saw Mum standing over a broken hazmat containment vessel, looking up at the hollow camera mounted inside the quarantine area. She knew what was coming and looked scared. Dad was backed up against the lab door. He was saying something over and over, but the audio pickups were on, and I couldn't read his lips. Mum had accidentally dropped a container filled with the results of their latest experiment, a batch of self-replicating micro-machines designed to break down hazardous biological waste. The micro-machines were tiny, almost sub-microscopic in size. As the hazmat container broke on impact, the micro-machines went into the air and into Mum and Dad's lungs. When the micro-machines encountered living lung tissue, they started to replicate and perform their assigned task, disassembly of biological material one molecule at a time. I could only watch as the horror began. The adults watching me were oblivious to my presence and didn't think to shield me from the images on the screen. First, Mum went down, clutching at her chest, coughing up pink froth as her lungs were eaten from the inside. God, that is disgusting. I remember the floor and the front of her lab coat being covered with a fine red speckled pattern. A few seconds later, Dad died, clawing at the computer locked door, blood running out of his nose and mouth. The micro-machines multiplied as they worked. Within a couple of minutes after Mum and Dad died, their bodies began to liquefy as the process of molecular disassembly accelerated. Jesus Christ. Okay, finally the chrononecrosis algorithms and the micro-machines kicked in and they all self-terminated. Not much was left except for pools of reddish jelly. And so the elite ERT husband and wife research team died together. Mum and Dad had the best of intentions, yet they created a monster that killed them. Their monster also left 2 children behind, lost, confused, and without parents. When I think of Mum and Dad and the thousands who died in the Alaska traffic control disaster, the millions who may have been killed by the fruits of technology and war, and the hundreds of millions who have perished of cancer, poisoning, radiation, genetic damage, chronic environmental distress syndrome, and other maladies of the technological age, I know that the madness must stop. Human beings were never meant to exist in the artificial environments that we have created for ourselves. We were never meant to wield the terrible power that comes from technology. From nuclear fusion to nanotechnology, over the long term we cannot control the forces we have unleashed. We will destroy ourselves. I've known since I was 16 that the Alliance is bent on a course of self-annihilation. They will take down the rest of humanity when they go. The UN is the only hope for the future. That is why I agreed to work for the UN when I was still a struggling cadet at the academy. The UN espionage network helped me to excel at my studies and then get a... Wow, so he was picked out when he was still studying. The culmination of my service as a UN agent is an operation that will change the course of the war. I informed the UN High Command about the details of Mission 161, which I think is our mission, a highly classified Alliance expedition to scout a potential alien presence on a world 68 light years from Earth. Oh, that's what we're doing. Aliens. Oh yeah, okay. I helped the UN plan an ambush for the ships in the expedition. I arranged for my assignment to the expedition in spite of my lack of training and experience as a combat officer. If everything went according to plan, the US disabled and then boarded my ship. The UN disabled and then boarded my ship, and the science ship we were escorting. The UN now has control of what might be the most important discovery in human history. As insurance, the UN had me plant a bomb on board my ship, set to detonate within a few hours of arrival in the Persephone system, unless disarmed by the UN boarding party. This letter was left with the key needed to get at the bomb. Because you are reading this instead of hearing the news from me, I was most likely killed during the battle. You always thought that I was blinded by simple ambition, now you know that I served a higher principle after all. Well, holy shit. Alright, this is all just generic spares, so I don't think there's anything here that we need. Alright, so... Oh?
Scramble Blue, attention sword. Codename Damocles. Authentication Echo 2 Alpha 3 5. Transmitting at 22.59er with a periodic low power NGCS burst. This is James Poole on the USS Lexington. Message follows. Per the last transmission from Dharma, I armed the bomb this morning before the officer's briefing, when I had the room to myself. If you intend to board the Lexington, you will need to disarm the bomb immediately upon arrival. The timer has been set according to instructions. Pool out. Message repeats.
Oh dear. Okay, well we should turn that off. You fumble with the controls until you shut the transmitter off. The whine and chatter fades away. Alright, so screw this. We need to go to the wardroom. Because apparently that's where he planted the bomb. I don't know where the music has gone. Where has the music gone? Weird. This is kind of spooky. Alright, so let's load up this one. Head to deck 2. I don't know if... Damn, is the music going to come back? I hope the music comes back. It kind of sets the whole mood.
Deck 2.
Although this is kind of eerie in and of itself now. There being just none. Alright. Wardroom, that's where I'm going. Alright, so if I recall correctly, well there's a keyhole, so the key fits neatly into the slot next to the plaque. You turn the key gently once inserted and hear a satisfying click. So let's take that. Ship model. Break. Let's break it. The model appears to be made of shaped and moulded thermoplastic. Use the multi-tool? Use the multi-tool. There it is, okay. Read. The letters on the side. UN, blah blah blah, yield 1 kiloton. Alright, so open. Oh god, are we going to have to disarm a bomb? I don't think we have to disarm a bomb. Oh wow, we've got like 8 hours left, that's not too bad. I don't know. I probably shouldn't have just done that, but it seems to have worked. Alright, so we've disarmed the bomb, that's fine. I'm gonna see if I can get the music back by... Let's overwrite the save game, and then let's restore the save game. No, there's still no music. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so now we've got a... Yeah, we've got a... We stopped the bomb, so you know, Paul's dastardly plan has only killed 99% of the crew and not 100%. So I guess that's a win for us. So we'll head down to deck 6 and see about going on a little spacewalk. Because we've got to fix the communication system.
Deck 6.
Which if I recall, I'll double check with the computer.
Computer?
Yes.
I'd like to ask a question about the antimatter bomb.
General in...
Ask a...
No,
I'm done.
Acknowledge.
subsystems, that's what I need.
Systems, please.
What system?
And then I want communications.
Communications.
What do you wish to know?
General system status report, please.
The Tachyon communication system is inoperative due to a failure in one of the external subsystems. All other communication systems are operating within acceptable parameters.
What is wrong with the TCS?
2 optoelectronic modules in the system bus of the TCS transceiver targeting and control mechanism were fused by an enemy energy pulse. The affected modules were responsible for managing the interface between the computer systems on the ship and the servo actuators that are used to physically align the transceiver with the tachyon relay beacon and track the beacon once locked on.
Right, yep, I got all that.
Delicate motors are used. The TCS dish is frozen in a useless
Modules need to
position.
be replaced. Okay, that's fine.
I'm done.
Acknowledge.
I'm...
Access.
That's absolutely fine. Alright. So, this is... Oh, we'll move in. Yeah, shuttle bay. You should use the controls in front of you to open and close the bay doors. So, you know what, before we do this, the lack of music is actually really bothering me. So, I'm just gonna very quickly overwrite that one, quit out of this, and then load it straight back up again. Mission.exe. Restore, yes. That's more like it. That's what we should be hearing. Okay, this is better. Now we're going. God, this is pumping me up. Alright, I'm so ready to go now. Alright, so we're going to take the vacuum suit. Oh my god, we're going into space. Mama's going to be so proud. Alright, so we want to put the vacuum suit on. You work your way into the vacuum suit. Put the helmet on. Lack of oxygen. That's okay, because we can take the cutting tool apart, and that gives us an oxygen tank, and whatever that is. And so what we need to do is attach it, not to the suit, yeah, attach it to the suit, which I think we're already wearing. Yeah, we're already wearing. We are also wearing the necklace, but that doesn't seem to be a problem. And we'll put on the helmet. Alright, here we go. We're like Darth Vader. Alright, so let's open the shuttle bay doors. Fantastic. Alright, so we've opened the doors. Pressure's obviously dropping because all the oxygen is just flying out of there. Let's just open the control room door, which will naturally depressurize it. And let's go. We could just let all the animations play out, but it would take fucking forever. Alright, so this I always found a little tricky to navigate. It's kind of hard to know where you're going. So this is the outer hull, it's the radiator fin. Yeah, sure, let's go forward. Ah, okay, so there's the TCS dish, so that's the thing that we want to repair. How do we actually get to it? That's the way we came. I think this way. Maybe? Oh god. No, there's the no, that's the FTL boom, that's something else, isn't it? Ah, hello, here we go. Ah, yes, here we go. Alright, so open the access panel. Now, what modules have we got? We have an EC2001, that's an EC2001, so we'll get rid of that. You remove the defective EC2001 module and toss it off into space. So pop that one in there, so that's done. Alright. EC 1999, I think we had one of those, didn't we? I don't think they're all damaged, I think just the ones we need. So we'll take that. Oh wait, no, sorry. Oh, maybe that one's not damaged. EC 2061. We already have 9001. You carefully remove. Oh crap. No. We don't have one of those. Shit. Do we need one of those? Already have one. Ah, defective EC 2010. There we go, alright. So we need that. And is that, yeah, that's it there. So that can go back in there. Is that everything? These ones don't say defective, so I think that's fine. Yeah, I think we're good. Are we good? Close the access panel. The music just died again. Alright. No, that way. And that way. Here we go. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we're back. Alright, I have no idea why the music just died again. Let's do our little fixing it thing. Mission.exe. It's the problem with emulating something on Windows 10 from 2 decades ago, is it's a little bit, that's better. Yeah, it's a little bit dodgy. Oh, okay. Thought the whole thing had crashed then. Alright. So let's close up the shuttle bay door. We'll watch the animation because it is actually kind of cool to look at. Alright, and we'll close the control panel door as well. We'll repressurize both. After your last EVA to fix the communication systems, you find that there is very little oxygen left in the tank from the Ogser Acetylene torch. The tank is no longer good for much, so you discard it. Okay, so we can't use our torch anymore, which kind of sucks. But that's okay. We did what we needed to do. So we have repaired the communication system. Now, let's just double check with the video because I'm a little bit unsure about what we're supposed to do now. Give me access to subsystems.
Give me access to subsystems, please.
What systems?
Communications?
Communications.
What do you wish to know?
Is the TCS
Is
repaired?
the TCS repaired?
The TCS is now fully operational.
And fucking-tastic. Oh good.
Well, good. Please link me up with the Alliance base on Erebus.
You will have to use the TCS console in the communications center on Deck 2 in order to make contact with Erebus.
Okay.
Done.
Acknowledged.
So I guess we're off to Deck 2. Alright. Alright, Deck 2 it is.
Deck 2.
Alright, so we're on Deck 2. We're gonna head to the communications center, which is just off to the right. I think it was on our right. Yeah, it was on our right. Alright, so this is the communications center. So we just got to use the TCS controllers and try and link up with the Alliance base on Erebus. And they will finally tell us what the hell this mission to find aliens or whatever it is actually supposed to be. So we might actually stand some chance of completing that mission. But for now, I'm going to call it here. Thank you for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, yeah, do all those things. It really does help. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you.